I mean,
well, I'm thinking too, because that's what I was talking about. You were saying how nutrition, and obviously we know that affects, your thinking and how that's going. But, and you sounded like you absolutely know what's going on here. But dynamic NFTs, something like that, as they're going through this program, right? And they can start seeing what are the issues here. They can start this NFT where it's maybe it's their nutritional program. It can start uploading all the different things that could work for that person, so they could function properly. I'm just kind of thinking.
So you're like a dynamic NFT that kind of loads either content for people to use or content, or they can just see they contributed.
No, that they can use, and they can see. Okay, look, this is the kind of dietary program I'm on. But you wouldn't know that until you start going through these steps, right?
So I like what you're saying. I feel like you can kind of gamify it almost, where people can get really into the idea of maybe earning the tokens as they go. You know what I mean? So you have various programs.
I want to incentivize them to learn.
Exactly. Because you're right. There's a huge barrier to entry when it comes to living life, and it's called getting through our mental health. Right? And so if people can't even break that barrier, then they're never going to be able to participate in all this other wonderful stuff that we're talking about. So if you gamify what you're talking about and you make it exciting, you say, hey, if you go through our nutrition program, you earn this token. If you go through our this program, you earn that token, right? And you can kind of make it really exciting.
I would like to do that. I'd like to gamify it, because this is the entertainment is crucial.
I can't wait to read your book. And I think you're going to want to read my book. My book is coming out in June, and I think I'm here on this stage because I've helped Ray build up a bees.social TV, which we can convert into a podcast. But my book is going to be called Look Up My Kilt and Let's Get Down to Business.
Very saucy.
Saucy.
Yeah. So I think someone said it yesterday. The original version of that is KLT, which is almost there. KILT stands for Know, Interact, Like, and Trust. So it's the interaction that's missing, that missing piece.
We're going to start about onboarding people into crypto. And so the first person I'm going to pick on here is Ray, okay? Ray, who is personally onboarded, I think between he and Dusty, they've onboarded personally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people into cryptocurrency, into NFTs and everything else. So one of the questions I have just for the group, start with Ray, is what does it really take? Like, what's the key ingredient into onboarding to really make it happen? I mean, because projects need to know this. Everyone needs to know this. So let's get the idea of people who've been in the trenches. So let me know.
Well, 100% is to care about what's going on right there, right? It's a big deal. I think a lot that's missing in corporations and anything is customer support. I know it's not a glamorous thing and all that stuff, but this is serious stuff you're talking about when you're trying to get somebody into fiat, into crypto, and then they're in this centralized exchange at Coinbase, right? And then moving it to something like MetaMask. And there's key points in those stages, right, Vince? I mean, people are, it's scary. If you're moving real money from there to there, and there's a point from Coinbase to MetaMask where there's a huge trust thing that you can fill, right? And it is, like you said, for about 5-10 minutes, I don't care if I'm moving $200 or $250,000 with somebody, there's 10 minutes there where you're like, holy crap.
So what do you talk about on the phone during that time?
It's not there. And listen, there's not something like I'm talking about, something about crypto. I'm taking their mind off of it, right? And just having a conversation and making them feel comfortable. Because then once it shows up, there's a point right there, there's a bond. And we talk about that with bees. That's what bees are. We bond, we educate, we empower, and we swarm. Right?
There we go. So